here in the north. This is the land of Vikings, and with the Yaller horn bellowing throughout U.S. Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skål to usher two teams into battle. Up next, it's our main event between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. On the visiting sideline, coach of the Chiefs, Andy Reid. These guys are running through the front half of their schedule. Just one loss through 9 games. Running the show across the field, that's Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. This guy's coming off the bye week, so we'll keep an eye on it, Brock. Maybe a small advantage to them because of that.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's going to be Harrison Butker to get us started. And we're off on EA Sports. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Here's play with drive. Here's Mason. And they sense it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Play action, McCarthy. Looking to his fullback now. And he's called at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Send him left out of the slot. And first down, it's Mason. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. That side, this is into the hands of Felton. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll give it to Mason. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Yeah, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. It's McCarthy. He brings it in. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone. But what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
13 yards.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Mason. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
They'll bring the tight end left. Now it's McCarthy. They set up the screen. It's Hopkinson. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. And we'll need to pause for an injury here, and this is the last guy you want hurt. Justin Jefferson, the player being tended to. This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go now. Second. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Vikings. Finish up an excellent opening series. You're good on the point after. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And that tackle stops him after a solid game. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 29.
Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Finds Pacheco out of the backfield. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A gain of 15 there. It's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they're on him right away with that tackle. The stop comes at the 26-yard line. All set now. First and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. He drops this down to Pacheco underneath. They're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 23.
On stage, right side. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. One quarter away so far. 7-0 is our score. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. This one's caught. He's forced that bounds after picking up about 7. Offense is set. This is second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now a give left side to Pacheco. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Headed out right. He's got it. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's one of the dangers, Kate, when you're a quarterback and you string a play out like that. Defenders are so fast flow that it puts so many guys in the neighborhood of your targets that even if you complete the pass, good chance it's not going anywhere.
43! 43! Yellow! 15!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down. Now, I got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Catch made. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, second and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. And you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
The Chiefs adding a man to their secondary for this third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarring loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this team. To start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Collects this at the 35. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He beams one, deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's his running back. He's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today.
It's Pacheco on third. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
Just about a yard to the marker, so they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Yellow!
They'll run it with Pacheco. They blow this play up. They're fumbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Mason. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, it's an extra bonus.
And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the ball looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. To really create some indecision now defensively.
Hey, 43, 43, 14.
A second down run by Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
Play action, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy. And now they face second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. This is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Chiefs first down. Yeah, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight, more coming your way from US Bank Stadium after this. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Yellow.
Back now, pressure coming. Finds a seam down the middle. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to a Kate. That guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is ahead for about 5. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Running left with Pacheco. Chose to take this one up the middle instead, and it was a good decision. Gets him 7. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. After that little 8-yard scoop, here comes second and 2. Drawing down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
The handoff on third and short. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
It's a gain of 2.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Yellow. Argo line. And rip with. Yellow.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Cut near the And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 7.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground and start this one off. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Saints in the NFC South. And this is Baker Mayfield. He's going to locate Chris Godwin. That's a perfect throw down the field, 33 yards for the score. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And it's Drake May. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Pats with a 13-0 lead as the game's gone to the half. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Eagles. And here's the Eagles running back. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown.
Now is York to kick this one away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. So first and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a quick throw, left complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
A gain of 2.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
31-yard line.
Here's Mahomes now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
That one complete to Diggs. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like. about that amazing play.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
13 yards on
You
the
keep
play.
this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Out of the gun, a give to Edwards-Helaire. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and inches.
A handoff up the gut. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to.
Can't we score? What are you doing?
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Edwards-Helaire will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Touchdown.
Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
21. Vikings 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action now, McCarthy. Clock isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complimentary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel.
Here we go, set.
3rd and long for him here. He's going to run for it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Get an even 40 out of that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 40. That's another.
Give left side to Mason. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Now McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Viking 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play. They wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Cade York on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
York knocks it through. And that gets him back to within 11.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Smith on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. Andy Reid getting his Chiefs offense ready to go for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd. quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
And they just get the play off. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. So first down from the 41. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
10 at the 30-yard line.
McCarthy to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. This is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
McCarthy throwing on third down. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Vikings first down.
No run here. It's Mason. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage once again. That 7-yard line as they get set. 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
4 yards.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it on the ground. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Third down, it's Mahomes. He finds Worthy, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 15.
Running up the middle, Pacheco.
First down.
Still going at the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. That defense all over this one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. Ball on the right hash. The distance, 43 yards.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from their last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So they're left facing third and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to find no place for him to go. The Chiefs take him down. And now it's 5 sacks for them in this one. Man, this defense is eating. Latest brings up fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Andy Reid getting his Chiefs offense ready to go for a new series. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 38-yard
Going to the ground again on first. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Now after battling on that run, You see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Second and 6 coming up here. Play action, Mahomes. Firing one deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Completes Diggs out left. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Chiefs up by 8. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Running is Pacheco. Cuts right. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now.
31, Vikings 16.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Let's go.
McCarthy looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Go! 70. Rush it.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. This is a nice game. Nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36. Vikings out of the hurry up. Need everyone back to the line.
Brings up third and
Throwing now. He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline. Everybody to get. Block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he gets a few on the plays forward. Minnesota spends its second time out here. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Right back to Pacheco. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. of his own run here from Mahomes. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
First down, Kansas City.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. Well, quite the streak of wins that they have ripped off as of late, Brock, and that continues this week.
Is my math right? Is that 5?
So look at you shocking everybody. Yes, that is 5 straight after this one.
Yeah, things just got to feel different every day in that building. Playing this well over the last month plus, guys feel like they're on another level, and it gives them a huge lift on game day. You feel that confidence.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.